All right. Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be about an update for the Delirium League if for the Live Search Manager. So if you had watched my other video during the middle of last Metamorph League, I had made a video for a Live Search Manager, which is very nice. You don't have to have all of the tabs in your browser, and so I figured I would make an extra video during the start of this league about this Live Search Manager. You see I just sold that Carcass Jack for 45 Chaos. I had actually just bought that for 19 Chaos a little bit before the video, so, already making money off of it. Hopefully you guys will be able to make money off of this as well. Every time you make a trade, you should be about doubling your investment. So the thing is, I will have two different sets of live searches. So the first set will include the Carcass Jack and 14 or 15 other items. This one is going to be focused around an ED contagion sort of character. So it's going to be searching for chevrons, Alelope gloves. Some people are using Carcass Jack, so I threw that in there. Stuff like this. Many things. There'll be about 15 to 20 searches. I try to leave a few in there because your IP address can only have 20 live searches at a time. So if you would like to, live search your own kind of jewels or something like that, I left a little space in there for you guys. The second live searching is going to be for saboteurs, and there's a few for necromancers on there as well. So I'll get that up and show you guys the actual Live Search Manager. So here we have PoE Live Search Manager. This is an incredibly handy tool. Like I said last time, if you watched my previous video during Metamorph League, I did another one on this. That was when we had, 60 or 80 live searches. Now we're down to 20, but that's all right. Makes it a little easier to not have so much competition if everybody's only on 20 searches at a time. So here, this is the Saboteur one. It's got perfect Tremor Rod spell percent. This is for a Combs Heart, perfect fire. It's series step, perfect spell dodge. You see, I have items all the way down. It should tell you what it's looking for as well, so you can make sure the person's not trading in something. If you get whispered, if it just says Combs Roots, make sure it's 190 plus life. And here are the efficient trainings, for strength stacking necromancers and all that. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So when you get it, if you're just starting out and you didn't do this last league, you're going to click account. I won't do this because it's going to show my session ID. But you click here and you have to find your session ID. If you've never found your session ID before, if you go to the 5K Mirrors PoE Live Search Manager, the GitHub, if you just Google 5K Mirrors PoE Live Search, or I'll have the link in the description, scroll down a little bit and you'll see it requires your session ID. So you'll be able to click this. You see it's a blue link. So how do I get the session ID? You open the site, you have to log in to the Path of Exile site. So you see that I'm logged in. I have a session ID right now. And so that's how this is live searching for things. You have to have your session ID into the Live Search Manager for it to be able to search stuff. And so if you log out of the Path of Exile website, you'll have to log back in and find your new session ID. Every time you log out and log in, it changes your session ID. So you have to make sure you're always logged into the Path of Exile website. Now, in Chrome, he has a nice little thing here. You're going to press F12. I won't do this again because you'll get my session ID, and I don't want that. You guys will get my, everything about my account. Press F12, select application on the right, expand the cookies. He has it for Chrome, Firefox. For some reason, you use Internet Explorer. He has that as well. But yeah, so what is the session ID? A temporary ID generated by the Path of Exile form when you log in. So even Steam can get a session ID as well. So that is how you guys will get your session ID. It is very, very nice. This will come up when you first try to run it, but you just click run anyway. It's just a typical Windows kind of warning thing. A lot of people were having troubles with the notifications last time. Go ahead and just make sure you go to troubleshooting. If you encounter an issue, that you can't solve, report it as well. But otherwise, your searches aren't connecting. Make sure, everything is all set up. Your session ID can change. You got to make sure it's up to date. All of these, and then there's a whole notifications thing. If you're not getting the sound, maybe you don't want the sound, but just a little pop-up down in the right. There's a whole thing here, so you know what to do. Now, so this, when it pops up, it will only copy this into your clipboard. So you still need to Enter-Ctrl-V, enter to, you see here, there's a new chevrons, high ES listed. Control-V, enter. This is, what you have to do. It's just copied into your clipboard. You still have to paste it into your chat. Now, a helpful thing that I have added alongside this is going to be let me get it up quick, a macro. Now, you'll have to save this as an AHK. You see, save as AHK. Remember also with the filters, you have to save those as .yaml. So let's go to my desktop. So ed final and sabyaml, I'll be uploading these, but this is a .yml file, right? It's not a text document. It's not text. It's .yml. You have to make sure you're doing this. Let's see if we can get a roomies, for the video. You have to make sure it's a .yml. It can't be .text if you want it to load into the search manager. So let's just go ahead and do that. So import, you go to your desktop, you're going to choose the sabyaml, and that's how you import this one. If you want to do the essence strain one, you have to delete all your searches because you can only have 20 at a time. You go to import, and then you find your essence strain one, and you import that, and it goes all the way down the line. You just have to make sure each of these connects. It takes a second for each one, but you see it glowing slowly down the line. I will be uploading these in the paste bin, and remember, for the Live Search Manager, they have to be saved as a .yml. So how you do that, let's say this is a text file, so you just downloaded it. It's .text right now, if you got it off the paste bin. So let's go to Save As. Now we're going to go to Save As Type, All Files, sabyaml.yml. We'll just change this to sabyaml test.yml. So then we go ahead and we save it. And now, if we go to our desktop here, we have a sabtest.yml. So that's how you save those as .yml formats. You're going to do the same thing for this. So this button right here, I have it set as this, little closed parentheses kind of bracket thing. This is going to be the button that's going to enter, Control-V, so it's going to paste, and then enter. So when you're in game, if I press the bracket button, we'll just copy something so that I can show you. So when I press the bracket button, it goes and instantly pastes it. So anytime you see the notification, if I get a notification, paste, you just press your button. You can set it to whatever you want. I like to have mine on the tilde key, so it's to the left of the number 1, because, I'm pressing my potions. Something happens, boom, boom, I press that. I saw it in the bottom right of my screen. I press the button, and I get an invite. It literally is that easy. This should be something that's, I buy it for 6. I think these are like 30 or 40 with the roles I have set up. So that's pretty good. We make sure it's got perfect life, almost perfect evasion. It's almost an absolute perfect chess piece. That's pretty nice. And it worked out pretty well that we got that on the video. But yeah, So you can change this key to whatever else you want. Like I said, mine is tilde, so whoops, that copy pasted it because I have the macro working. But you can change it to whatever you want. If you want it to be, I don't know, F, you change it to F, or J. Just leave everything else here alone. Just like the last one, it's going to be in a text format, .txt. That is because I'm uploading it to Pastebin. It's the easiest place to upload just text stuff. So you're going to have to save it as an AHK. So we go to save as type. You have to do all files. And then let's go ahead and save this to my desktop. So we're going to do Enter-Ctrl-Enter Macro test.ahk. So now it's an auto hotkey macro. You will need auto hotkey as well. A lot of programs already use auto hotkey. The Path of Exile trade macro, trade companions. You most likely already have auto hotkey. If not, just Google auto hotkey and install it. It's just like a program that lets you run scripts through the .ahk file format. Otherwise, this video doesn't really need to be too long. Everything should be fairly explanatory if you go through the website. If you need any extra trading tips, I would go and watch my other video. Otherwise, right now, a pretty good thing to do is go to div cards on PoE Ninja. Check out some of these cards. So look at this. We're getting a Cane of Unraveling as well for 1 chaos. It's a very good roll. Easy money here. Should be nearly perfect as well. All the items that I have in the search are just about nearly perfect. You see 30% chaos and 54 chaos damage multiplier. It's not corrupted. Got it for a chaos, and it should sell for 20 or more. So let's see. Abandoned Wealth. These Exalt cards are always a very good buy. So we get 3 Exalts for 5 cards. So each of these cards is 54 chaos. So we'll do 54 times 5. So a set of these is going to be about 270 chaos. Now if we divide this by 3, that means each of the Exalts we're buying are about 90. And when we look at the chaos prices, it's about 93%, 93 chaos. So you make, about 3 chaos. These are falling though. Generally you want to do Abandoned Wealth, Hoarder, all the Exalt cards while Exalts are rising. It's harder to do it while they're falling. But when they're rising, you can buy the cards for much cheaper than what the Exalts are going to be costing in the future. But yeah, all of these are pretty good. If you're ever going for a Headhunter, buying the nurses is a very good way to do that. The nurse, 112 chaos. So we'll just do 112 times 8, 896, and you get a doctor card. Doctor cards are going for 969 chaos, just about. So, doing this flip, it's like 100 chaos. It's pretty wild. I might have to do that. But, obviously you have to have a initial, about 10 Exalts to be able to buy all of the nurses up to that. You need to have at least this much money before you can flip it up to that much. But, div cards are a very nice and easy way to dip your toes into this. But yeah, this is just a pretty general trading guide. Hopefully you can all get the Poe-Live Search Manager up and working. Again, if you can't, please come to the troubleshooting. Many people have the same errors, and he has this very nice list of everything that could be your problem and probably is. But yeah, just go ahead. Make sure you use only one of these at a time. Like I said, you can only have 20 search counts at a single time. This one has 15. The other one has 19. So there's only one here, so you can delete something if you'd like. But yeah, go ahead. There's a Essence Drain Trickster kind of one and a Saboteur one. These are both the top meta builds. Go ahead, try to make your money. get it all set up quick because a lot of people are going to be taking these, and you might need to adjust the numbers as you go. Actually, yeah, so this has been made on, what is this? It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, day 4, day 5 of the league. These prices are going to be changing as the league goes on. Maybe midway through the league, I'll make another update to this, but I don't have the time to update the prices for both of these on every item every day, as the time goes on. So make sure that, the prices are set up, especially if it's been a few days since this video has been released. If it's been a week, a lot of the prices have probably come down and you may need to update them. But that's all right. To do that, it's pretty simple. You go here. So if I want to update, trimmer rod perfect spell %, the search URL is right here. You click it. It'll open it up in your window. You can show the filter, and you can go ahead and set the max to be whatever you want. I'll need to update this. I did not make a max file for this. I did for the other ones, so it should be fine. Whoopsies. Yeah, so this is the problem it's having. There. So you just you update it. You're going to take this. So this here is what determines everything that's being searched. So max buyout of 2 chaos search. So this changes up here. Now we're going to go ahead and come down to our desktop. You can open this up in just normal text. So you see tremor rod perfect spell %. We come here and this is the only part we change. So Control V, whoopsies. It's because I have my macro up. Let's close that out. So we come here, copy paste. Come down here, Control V this into here. You want to make sure, these brackets are still here. Everything needs to be in quotes. This is like reading code. And then you save. And then you'll need to delete all of these and import again. So we saved the sab YAML. So we just look for sab YAML here. And now this is the correct search. So when we go to show filters, it's the 2 chaos buyout. You can do that with each of these. You just have to click them, alt tab back, click them. It is slightly tedious, but it is less tedious than having to fill it out all from, scratch. So you will have to update your prices, and that's the easiest way to update your prices here. Like I said, all you need to change is the search thing here. You don't have to change, copying and pasting all of this. Just these, 7 characters, and some numbers. That's all you should be changing every time you need to update your prices. And it's the same for the tricks. I forgot to add as well, the easiest way to price check the item is, so remember I got the kintsugi. So we are going to go to our Live Search Manager. We scroll until we find kintsugi. We're going to click that link. We're going to click on Show Filters, and then we just take out the max chaos buyout. And so this should give us a pretty decent estimate. All the roles are being kept here. You don't have to go and research all of the roles. So, I bought that for 6 chaos, and should sell for about 50 chaos. Mine does have the perfect life roll. So let's see. So that should sell for maybe something a little bit more, but we'll list it, for what we think it'll go for. Let's try for 50 chaos. Same with this Cane of Unraveling. We go back to our Live Search Manager. Cane of Unraveling, almost perfect. We click it. It'll open on our browser. All the roles are what, our item had been set for. So we don't have to, putz around with searching for chaos damage. It's all here already. We just take out the max chaos buyout to find out what other items are going for with these roles. So normally, without sniping it, it's 9 chaos. That's not bad, right? We paid 1 chaos, we get 8 chaos. That's a pretty good margin. Other than that, that should be everything you need to know. You can go ahead and even make your own searches as well. If you wanted to add some things, you just need to copy, this much. I like to just copy the whole thing, go down here, and I paste it. But you should make sure you copy the space here as well, because you need it to be perfectly formatted. So there, you can add another however many things you want, and then you just change what's in the quotes for what shows up here as the item name. So, carcass, high evasion, ES, AoE damage, and life. That's what's in the quotes here. And what is actually being searched for is what is right here, that little string of characters. But all right, I've held you too long. We've all got to get back, starting to make our money, clearing our atlas, getting all of that filled out, and having a bunch of fun. Anyways, I hope this helps you guys make a ton of money. I know I've already made, a pretty decent amount setting this up. It's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.